The Ace family are in a little more than just hot water right now. They could be facing time in jail for mortgage fraud. Plus, remember that hour-long video they made that was supposed to clear up everything that had been going on with them? Well, now the internet has had a field day with that, which means that any lies that were told in that video have now been exposed, and this situation is very messy. A lot of it just really doesn't make sense, but I'll do my best to break it down for you. First, let's start with this clip of Catherine complaining about there being no heat in their home.
Our first winter that we spent, I was pregnant with my son and I had 2 babies. We were freezing in our house. We were so freaking cold. There was no heat, no nothing.
So she complains of having no heat, but in another video when Austin says that someone offered to buy the house for twice what they bought it for, she says no.
To buy our house for double the price we bought it for.
You're lying.
I'm dead. I wouldn't lie about that.
No.
You know I wouldn't lie about that.
Okay, so what?
For double the price we bought it for.
Hell no.
No?
Hell no. No.
Yeah.
Which completely contradicts their video where they told their audience how much they hated living in this monstrosity of a house. I mean, they walked you around the almost $10 million dump and showed you all the issues with it. However, as anyone who has bought a house knows, even if it's a brand new build, inspectors will most likely still find an issue with it. So why do they love the house one moment, and then when the house is up for foreclosure, it's suddenly a home that was built from the mind of Satan himself? Well, we may finally have a good understanding as to why they were so quick to ditch this home in exchange for another. Okay, for starters, the Ace family hired a man named Avi and his brother Tammy, who owned a company called M Development LLC. This company owned the home and property from 2016 until the Ace family moved in, and the type of business in their early documents say that M Development was a construction, development, and remodeling company. During the time that their home was being built, they only ever had an owner-builder permit, which means that the contractor who was hired wasn't required to have a license because he was still an owner of the property. Now, here's where things start to get a little bit sketchy. In April of 2019, both Catherine and Austin suddenly became officers of the company M Development LLC and had an ownership interest. And then the type of business was changed to entertainment for some reason. They went from a construction company to an entertainment company just like that, and you can see that Catherine had actually signed off on this. Now that they were partial owners of this company, they obtained an ownership interest as borrowers, and with that took out a $3.5 million loan from 5 Arch Funding. Now, why would they add themselves to this company that was building their home? Well, according to a YouTuber by the name of Fleur, they believe they became members of M Development LLC because under an owner-builder permit, the property is ineligible for resale unless the owner-builder, which would be Avi, has lived at the property for at least 12 months. So one loophole to the situation is a quitclaim deed. And a quitclaim deed is a document that is used to transfer ownership of real estate from one party to another. Quitclaim deeds are also sometimes called quitclaim deeds or quick claim deeds because they are a fast way to accomplish real estate transfers. It's commonly used in cases where a family member is passing the home onto another person in the family as a type of gift, I guess. I mean, it's a pretty great gift if you get that. But the amazing thing about this is that you can exchange property without it needing to be actually sold. Now, here's where things get a little bit weird. After switching the property from Avi to Ace Hat Collection, the McBrooms removed themselves as owners of M Development LLC, meaning that they only did this to transfer their home. Allegedly, I should say. In their hour-long explainer video, Catherine also says that they had not been living in their home for the last 3 years because they couldn't get a certificate of occupancy. But aside from that, the real reason why they could never legally live on the property was because in July of 2019, Austin and Catherine took out an almost $9 million loan again from 5 Arch Funding. And in that loan agreement, they agreed that the loan would be for business purposes only. It says right in the agreement that under no circumstances shall the borrower occupy, establish, or use the property or any part thereof as borrower's residence or the residence of any principal, adding that the property is owned exclusively for commercial purpose, either for repair and resale purposes, which means that they had obtained this mortgage under false pretenses. They told their audience that this was their new home, but then they told the lenders that this would only be a property used for work and filming. By signing this agreement, Catherine and Austin may have just committed mortgage fraud. A conviction for federal mortgage fraud charges can result in a federal prison sentence of max 30 years, while state convictions can last a few years or more. Either way, this is very serious. They told the lenders that they were only going to be filming at this home, and then they moved in anyways. They literally say in the explainer video how they were living in the home with no heat, no gas. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, scam, scam, scam. And it's like, no, we've never scammed anyone. We've been scammed multiple times over and over and over and over. And
in reality, like,
You guys got scammed?
I just don't understand why they would go through so much trouble to make that video, shutting down rumors only to be caught lying repeatedly. Austin and Catherine McBroom are back and they are trying to clear the Ace family name. Recently, they uploaded a video that is just over an hour long but explains from their side what exactly happened to their home. If you recall, we did some videos not that long ago about how people were reporting that the Ace family was declaring bankruptcy and how their home was at risk of foreclosure and really in a legal stage known as pre-foreclosure. As of right now, this video explaining their situation is at just over 3 million views and number 8 on the trending page because people really wanted to know what happened. In July of 2021, there were reports that the Ace family was getting evicted, but according to them, it was all just a big misunderstanding. The Ace family claims that they were scammed by a contractor for 2 years, a contractor who not only didn't have a license, but was actually using someone else's license instead. For 2 years. Then on top of that, this contractor also got an architect and a realtor all in on the scam. The reason they are claiming to have been scammed is because they never received a certificate of occupancy when the work on their home was done. To put it simply, if you move into a newly built home and you don't have a certificate of occupancy, then it cannot be legally occupied, which means that they could be issued a vacate order at any time and they become at risk of having the city cut off certain utilities even. And because they went into escrow without getting this certificate, it also made getting loans from the bank extremely difficult, which is believed to be the reason that the home went under foreclosure. It was nothing that the Ace family did, and instead they are putting all of the blame on a contractor that scammed them out of millions. The video they released hoping to clear the air around their situation is causing a heated debate online. Fans are feeling sorry for them, but the Ace family critics are not hesitating when it comes to sharing their opinions. Upon seeing all of the criticism online, Catherine decided to respond, and in an Instagram story she said, "Before I put this behind me, I'd like to share some other issues we had that we didn't add in the video. I know I don't need to, but it's my choice. Hopefully it can help others who are home buyers or future home buyers, and no, I don't want anyone to feel bad for me. This is not about that. If it was, I would have shared this all years ago. And for those criticizing our decisions and blaming us for the issues, shame on you. People need to understand that this all started in 2018, 4 years ago, when I believed in people. I believed that people were good and honest. I believed that I was around good people, but we were taken advantage of. It's caused me to move differently and change my trust due to life experiences. It was a learning lesson." I'm sorry, but didn't she say something about giving advice to home buyers or future home buyers? She did say, hopefully it can help others, and then goes on to not give any advice or even explain what exactly happened. She just says that she trusted people too much. I mean, is that the advice? Despite putting out what Catherine believed to be a good summary of what happened, she was still met with critics in her DMs. She even reposted one person who replied to her story saying, "All you're talking about is cheap material, as if you deserve the highest quality." And in response to that, Catherine said, "I paid for the highest quality, but it was pocketed. That's what corrupt contractors do. If you really pay attention, you'll understand, but the problem with people like you is that you've already made up your mind about me. You don't care to listen. There's a reason why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen more." I'm still losing it though over the way that she spelled paid. P-A-Y-E-D, Catherine? Alrighty then. The Ace family needs to keep their responses to their vlog videos, I think, and put out less of these direct attacks. I get that she probably feels pretty righteous right now getting to tell this random hater that they don't know anything, but your life would be so much better if you just don't respond. Now, what's wild is that at the end of this video, they posted, explaining all this horrible stuff that they're going through with their home and their bank accounts. The Ace family did announce that they were also buying another new home. Now, in response to the accusations that they were not paying their bills, Catherine explained and said, "I have to say this, if it was true that we weren't paying our bills, this is like the narrative people want to give it. If it was true that we didn't pay our bills, why the freak would I spend $40,000 to $50,000 on my gardening and get all this gardening done just a couple months ago and literally show it to you guys on our channel?" And in the announcement of their new home, Catherine also spoke about the possibility of suing the people that they claim had scammed them. She goes on to say, "As far as us suing anybody, like we should be suing these people, but yeah, time and energy, like I'm just so over it. I just want to move on. Yeah, we lost millions of dollars in this house, but we just got a new house." Just when we thought the situation couldn't get any worse for the Ace family, now we're finding out that they're being sued by the city of Beverly Hills. This lawsuit comes after Austin McBroom put together an unsanctioned parade on Rodeo Drive. It turns out that you can't just throw a parade without first throwing the city you're in a little notice. The city of Beverly Hills has decided to sue YouTuber Austin McBroom after they claim he held an unsanctioned gathering. The gathering was made up of Ace family fans and arrived at what was advertised as a YouTube takeover parade. Now the city is seeking damages of at least $200,000 according to the lawsuit filed in the California Superior Court. The parade event took place on May 29th, and both Austin and his wife Catherine led fans down Rodeo Drive. Both McBroom and his social media marketing executive Shiraz Hassan both posted about the event online. According to documents we found online, it appears as though hundreds of people showed up for the parade, with a number of media outlets reporting that the fan meetup resulted in Rodeo Drive being shut down between 4:50 p.m. and 6:19 p.m. The gathering had apparently been staged to bring more excitement to the big YouTubers versus TikTokers boxing event that Austin was both headlining and organizing. The city also said in their complaint that both McBroom and Hassan failed to apply or even receive a permit for this large gathering within city limits, saying later on that they only found out about the event through Austin's social media. After multiple people had shared the post, the local police were dispatched. They sent more than 35 officers just from Beverly Hills, plus 7 from Santa Monica, 13 armed guards, 1 airship, and several other administrative and contingency personnel to apparently assist in case they needed to do a mass arrest, which seems like an absolutely wild way to prepare for a parade, but hey, maybe they know something we don't. According to the LA Times though, no arrests actually took place that day, despite the overwhelming officer presence. In the complaint from the city, they also allege that Austin had been instructed by Hassan to avoid the police. In the complaint they say, the city is informed and believes and thereon alleges that before, during, and after the unpermitted May 29th parade, defendants Hassan and FBS guided McBroom's strategy and execution of the unruly gathering. The city is informed and believes and thereon alleges that on May 28, 2021, working with Hassan and FBS, McBroom posted a flyer on his Snapchat social media advertising a YouTube takeover parade on Saturday, May 29th at 4 p.m. at 347 North Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. In this flyer as shown below, McBroom implores his fans to be ready to take over the streets. I mean, damn, talk about coming with the receipts on this complaint. It's going to be pretty difficult for Austin to weasel his way out of this lawsuit, and with so many others stacking up, things are definitely not looking good for them. Within this $200K in damages that they are seeking, it would be a split charge between Hassan and McBroom. The city also alleged that they were a public nuisance, violated the Beverly Hills Municipal Code, and were negligent in their behavior. After spending about 2 hours in the area, officers were finally able to disperse the crowd, but had to clean up a lot of litter and debris that was left behind. So far, representatives for McBroom have yet to respond to this complaint by the city of Beverly Hills.
And at number 10, Tana Mojo. Cheating rumors have surrounded the Ace family for years now, and it's so bad that even other influencers have accused Austin of cheating on Catherine. It's been speculated that Austin cheats on Catherine constantly, and that they are only together for the sake of their channel. While Tana and Austin were feuding online, Tana tweeted out, quote, "One time Austin McBroom was cheating on Catherine with a random girl, and she left a lipstick in his car. Then I was sitting with Jake in the car and he gets a FaceTime. It's from Austin crying, and Catherine yelling, 'Is this Tana's lipstick?' Austin says it is. It wasn't. Austin clapped back that it was Erica Costell's lipstick, which Erica confirmed, but many still didn't believe it. And at number 9, Cole Kerrigan. Cole Kerrigan came out with explosive allegations against the Ace family in a video he uploaded to YouTube where he discussed how Austin took advantage of one of his friends against her will. Apparently this took place in a yacht in Miami, and Austin was clearly cheating on Catherine along with assaulting this girl. At the time, Cole did not say who the person was, but Cole claimed that he had received hundreds of DMs from other girls who told very similar stories about Austin. At first, the internet was outraged, but then Keemstar of Drama Alert exposed Cole for extortion. Apparently, Keem jokingly told Cole that the Ace family paid him $500,000 to not cover the story, so Cole thought he could get like $100,000 from Austin for staying silent himself. When this didn't happen, Cole decided to release the video. The friend that was taken advantage of by Austin later released a statement that Cole was using the video for money and that Cole lied about her interaction with Austin. So we're not sure what about the story was true, but many believe that it wasn't all a lie. And at number 8, Jake Paul. Jake and Austin started feuding when YouTuber boxing became a thing, and Austin wanted to get in the ring with Jake. Austin egged on Jake when he posted a TikTok with his upcoming opponent Tyron Woodley, saying, quote, "Jakey, you're in trouble, my man." As a clapback, Jake posted his own TikTok, saying, quote, "Oh Austin, he switched up on me. He's with my opponent. I'm in trouble. Austin, does your wife know that you cheat on her every weekend? Does she know that you message every single girl on Instagram to try and get in their pants?" After this, Jake also shared that he and Catherine Piaz, who is Austin's wife, were having a DM conversation, but neither person shared what it was about. They later had a heated confrontation, and Jake Paul allegedly slashed the tires on Austin's cars. And at number 7, Bryce Hall. Bryce and Austin have been feuding for a long time now. throwing jabs at one another. But things heated up when Austin asked Bryce to fight against him in the YouTube vs TikTok boxing event. In March of 2021, Bryce shared text messages between himself and Austin. The caption read, quote, "All this because I won't accept his little fight, and now he's crying because he can't pay his cleaning lady." In the text, Austin told Bryce, quote, "Stop texting me and let's fight." Austin hit back on Twitter, writing, quote, "But you keep running. You're all Twitter fingers. You want to fight randoms out in public, but you're too scared to fight me for millions." In another response, Bryce claimed that he didn't want to fight for the same amount as Austin. The pair later decided to fight in the main card of the event. Then at the weigh-in, the pair actually got into a physical altercation while they were sizing each other up. In the end, Austin knocked out Bryce. And at number 6, Taylor Holder. Taylor Holder, Nate Wyatt, and James Harden were all involved in the TikToker vs YouTuber boxing event. Taylor and Nate were fighters, while James was an investor. The event didn't make as much money as predicted, so after the fight the men were not paid what they were supposed to get. The TikTokers, Taylor Holder and Nate Wyatt, filed a lawsuit on August 2nd against McBroom and the company that put on the fight, stating they had only received a fraction of the money that they were promised. The filing states that McBroom promised the event would make $500 million in profit, with Holder slated to receive $2 million and Wyatt $500,000. Brooklyn Nets star James Harden invested millions into the event, according to the lawsuit, and was not compensated for his contribution. Halfway, number 5, Adriana V. Since Austin is accused of cheating so often, it makes sense that one of these cheating encounters would lead to a pregnancy, and that's exactly what happened in this case. A TikTok user named Adriana V posted a video that accused Austin of having a secret baby with her. The video shows the woman with large piles of money, with the text on screen saying, quote, "When Catherine McBroom pays you to terminate your pregnancy after getting pregnant by her husband Austin." Although she later claimed that she kept the child. Another TikTok user actually backed up Adriana's claims. The person duetted the video and said, quote, "100% Austin McBroom's child." Apparently this other person works at the baby's daycare, and on those documents Austin McBroom is listed as the father and pays for the schooling. And at number 4, TBL Cosmetics. TBL Cosmetics, which is the brand that Catherine collaborated with to create her skincare line, is now suing her for damages. They allege that she suddenly left the brand and started an alleged coup of the company, which resulted in loss of money for TBL Cosmetics. The complaint accuses McBroom of 8 charges, including breach of contract and cyber squatting, in the Superior Court of LA. The lawsuit alleges that Catherine took over the website and email without permission and caused the site to crash for 2 straight weeks. Because of this, the site got tons of negative reviews and wasn't able to generate sales. And at number 3, Elle McBroom. In a video that recently resurfaced, Austin was seen slapping his daughter's butt, and it's creating a lot of backlash online. In the clip, we see Catherine and Austin sitting on a couch with their daughters. Then Austin talks about how he's been working out recently, and he slaps his own butt to show off his gains. A little strange, but okay. Then it gets worse when Austin turns his attention to his daughter Elle and slaps his daughter's butt. He then says, quote, "Oh goddamn," which many felt was, a little strange and even predatory. One tweet about the situation read, quote, "This is so disturbing. The way his daughter put his hand in front of him to stop him from doing it again is heartbreaking. Deplatform the Ace family and throw Austin and Catherine McBroom in jail now." Another comment mentioned how Elle moved his hand after he tried to grab onto her, showing that she was uncomfortable. And at number 2, the lollipop. Austin received major backlash after he posted a video on Snapchat of him buying a phallic-shaped lollipop for his young daughter. Austin and his 2-year-old daughter were in an adult shop, if you know what I mean, and they came across a phallic-shaped lollipop, which is obviously incredibly inappropriate for a child. And then when the girl saw the lollipop, she didn't of course know what it meant, so she asked for it. Austin then bought the girl the lollipop and filmed her licking it. Following the outrage from that video, the Ace family told fans they were taking a break from posting, and when they finally returned, they didn't address any of the backlash. And finally at number 1, Austin and Catherine themselves. This family does everything possible to make it seem like they are living the life of luxury along with having the perfect marriage. But it doesn't take long to see that this is all a big lie. The family is plagued with cheating allegations, and many think the couple can't stand each other behind the scenes. The couple have also left unedited clips in their videos that were supposed to be deleted, that prove a lot of what they say is fake. In one clip, Austin snapped at Catherine after she didn't get the outro of the video right. And and then after he snapped, he got right back into character for the other video. This clip just happened to be left in, but who knows if there's more footage of the couple fighting and crafting a storyline that we don't see. Back in the day, the couple was also accused of faking a robbery for views. So what we have in this video is basically the tip of the iceberg when it comes to scandals the couple is involved in. In at number 10, mudslide. After the Ace family moved into their new mansion, they started causing problems with their neighbor. The neighbor claimed that the family was causing a mudslide onto their property because Austin was using a jet ski in their pool. This was proved in the house tour the family uploaded to their channel. In the video, you can see that they have an infinity pool that goes over the edge, then Austin jumps on a jet ski and starts doing donuts. This causes a massive amount of water to flood over the edge and go onto the neighbor's property. After this video was posted, someone tweeted that the family created a mudslide that destroyed his uncle's garden, property, and grapes. This person even included a video where you can see insane amounts of water flooding their property. Apparently they were told to stop by the city, but the Ace family ignored the warnings and continued to ride their jet skis in the pool. Catherine responded to this saying, quote, "People just hate to see happy people minding their own business, living their life and staying in their own lane, so I'm just smiling at them," which felt very out of touch for a lot of people. In at number 9, caught buying likes. In a video that YouTuber Sloan uploaded in late September, he interviewed a social media company that claims the McBrooms bought likes and followers. This person works for a company called Rocket Jump, and this employee alleged that the McBrooms paid the company $5,000 per month to improve their social media analytics. Apparently, the firm would improve the likes-dislikes ratio on videos, along with improving the followings on their YouTube and Instagram accounts. This person alleged that the Ace family suddenly stopped paying them for their services, and that the Ace family still owes them $14,000. Apparently, the McBrooms even hired Rocket Jump to do a giveaway, but instead of actually giving away a car, Rocket Jump created a fake Instagram profile to be the winner so they wouldn't have to actually give something away. Very shady. And at number 8, sued by Beverly Hills. The city of Beverly Hills is suing the Ace family for $200,000 for creating a nuisance on Rodeo Drive in May of 2021. Apparently, Austin and a media executive named Sharice Hassan started a YouTube takeover parade that ended up shutting down Rodeo Drive for close to an hour and taking away police resources. Austin and Hassan both posted a flyer to their Instagrams advertising the event, and Austin and Catherine were seen leading the parade down the street. The parade was also heavily documented on social media, as what appeared to be hundreds of people showed up. The Los Angeles Times reported that the meetup caused Rodeo Drive to shut down between 4:50 p.m. and 6:19 p.m. In the lawsuit, Beverly Hills alleges that McBroom and Hassan staged the gathering to drum up publicity for McBroom's June 2021 boxing match against Bryce Hall. But apparently they didn't apply for a permit to hold this parade, which is illegal. And at number 7, evicted. There have been rumors for weeks that the Ace family might be getting evicted from their home, and reports now show that the couple officially do not own the home anymore. However, the couple has denied that they are evicted and claim it's tabloid fodder. Apparently the home is owned by Ace Hat Productions, which is a production company run by Austin. In May, the property was in pre-foreclosure, then it went to a public auction where it had no bids. Now the house is back in the possession of the lender. This means that the couple is not legally evicted as of now, but if the lender went through the eviction process, the family would most likely get kicked out. The couple has addressed the eviction claims as rumors. Austin said on Instagram in June, quote, "Ain't nobody getting evicted, ain't nobody moving. Stop believing everything you see the haters say on the internet." Catherine also denied the eviction to paparazzi. And at number 6, Austin cheating. It's been speculated for a long time that Austin constantly cheats on Catherine. There are even rumors that the couple is in an open relationship. Cheating rumors about Austin have been exposed so many times that there's truly too many to count. One time a woman tweeted, quote, "Last weekend Austin was with some friends of mine in Miami. He slept with one of them and made her sign an NDA." YouTuber Tana Mojo even tweeted her own story about getting a call from Austin in hysterics because Catherine found some lipstick that wasn't hers in his car. A TikTok also went viral recently claiming that Catherine paid a woman to terminate her pregnancy after she slept with Austin. Another claimed that Austin is paying child support to her son. Austin has denied all the cheating allegations, but it's so common at this point, it would be hard to believe it's not true. Halfway at number 5, Social Gloves. Social Gloves is the company that put on the TikToker versus YouTuber boxing event, and it's now getting sued by many influencers because they haven't gotten paid. The first person to expose this was Vinny Hacker, who told the BFFs podcast that he hadn't gotten paid. Then other influencers started filing lawsuits. Taylor Holder and Nate Wyatt were two influencers involved in the event. The event didn't make as much money as predicted, so after the fight the men were not paid what they were supposed to. Taylor and Nate filed a lawsuit on August 2nd against McBroom and the company that put on the fight, stating that they had only received a fraction of the money that they were promised. The filing states McBroom promised that the event would make $500 million in profit, with Holder slated to receive $2 million and Wyatt with $500,000. And at number 4, leaked clip. For some reason this family has tons of footage on the internet that was never supposed to be, and footage has been accidentally left in the videos when it was uploaded. On October 15th of 2020, a clip was uploaded that showed Austin yelling at his wife and cursing in front of the kids. That part of the video has since been removed after a number of people called out Austin for his unacceptable behavior. Instantly, people felt bad for Catherine and the kids, saying she looked so uncomfortable and unhappy. Catherine then took to Twitter to address these comments and concerns. Catherine tweeted, quote, "I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, super chill vibes, something different. And yes, Austin and I get frustrated with each other sometimes, it's called marriage. I wish people would stop expecting people to have perfect life, it's just not realistic. Love you, babe." And at number 3, dog scratch. In September 2021, the Ace family got a new puppy called Ace, and one of the first videos they uploaded of the puppy showed Steele, their son, getting scratched by the dog. The thumbnail of the video also showed Steele with a huge red cut on his face, basically clickbaiting him for views. In the next vlog, Catherine goes on to say that Steele is now fine, but there was actually a clip left in this video of Catherine and Austin planning what she should say, and in this clip, Austin tells Catherine to not show his face, which is very confusing. I mean, why would they not want to show their fans that Steele's cheek was healed? This caused fans to think that they lied about the whole thing and photoshopped the scratch on his face to begin with. And at number 2, Catherine's lawsuit. Earlier this year, Catherine released her first beauty line called 1212 Gateway. The brand is a skincare brand that she created in collaboration with TBL Cosmetics, but now the company is suing her for lost money because she allegedly corrupted their sales. They allege that she suddenly left the brand and started an attempted coup of the company, which resulted in loss of money for TBL Cosmetics. The complaint accuses McBroom of 8 charges, including breach of contract and cyber squatting. The lawsuit alleges that Catherine took over their website and email without permission and caused the site to crash for 2 weeks straight. Because of this, the site got tons of negative reviews and was not able to generate sales. Catherine also threatened to dissolve the company, which is against their agreement. And finally, at number 1, stole from indie brand. Back in 2018, Austin was accused of stealing from a small brand, and the story is crazy. Basically, this brand called Urban Trademark sells custom headbands and hats, which Austin would frequently buy and wear. At one point, Austin reached out to the designer to see if they could collaborate on something for Austin, as well as created designs that could be sold as merch. The brand even came up with an idea that Austin could sell the products out of a truck like a pop-up shop. But shortly after this, Austin stopped communicating with the brand, and Austin started making knockoff versions of this brand's products. Austin even stole the pop-up shop idea and got his own truck to sell the knockoff products out of. And unfortunately, Austin never acknowledged that he stole the idea or compensated the brand in any way.